of the Jews and the hypocrites who caused the sadness to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as we said yesterday. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala softened his heart and said to him, don't be sad, don't be grieved about them or because of them. They will never do any harm against you because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala supports you, and Allah will give you victory and the triumph over them. So in the next ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about the Jews and the hypocrites, especially the leaders of the Jews and the hypocrites. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. سماعون للكذب أكالون للسحت فإن جاءوك فاحكم بينهم أو أعرض عنهم وإن تعرض عنهم فلن يضروك شيء. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, which means they are listener of lies, of falsehood, and the devouring of the suht. So if they come to you, you can either judge between them or turn away from them. Okay? So in this ayah, as you can see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us another feature of the Jews and the hypocrites. They are fond of listening to lies about the Prophet, about Islam. You know, they are talking to each other and they are believing in such lies. Okay? Second, they are devouring of as-suht. Subhanallah, what is the meaning of the Arabic word as-suht? As-suht linguistically means to eradicate. When you destroy something completely, when you get rid of anything completely, you can call it as-suht, eradication. Okay? That's why on the day of judgment, a man will be brought forth without any hasanat. Look, imagine, subhanallah, on the day of judgment, a man will be brought forth without any kind of good deeds. So the people became amazing. How come? There is no any hasan, there is no any good deeds. So the reply will come to them and they say, his son eradicated all his good deeds. Allahu Akbar. You know, because of love to the son, he do misdeeds, didn't pay the zakah, you know, he became coward, didn't say the truth. Why? To protect the children. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will punish him and will take from his good deeds because of the bad deeds for the children. So until Allah finished all his good deeds. That's why he will come on the day of judgment without any kind of hasanat. Why? It is said that his son has eaten, which means devoured, which means eradicated all his good deeds. In the same way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called the act of the Jews, especially the leader of them, as as-suht. As-suht here refers to one of two things. The first opinion, they said, as-suht, to give bribe, you know, to the judge. Okay? When you give bribe to the judge to issue verdict in your favor, in your support, so it called as-suht. So as-suht means the bribe. So this ayah will be an evidence for the prohibition of the bribe, and indicates that once you take a bribe from anyone, you became like the leader of the Jews. Why? Because it was like a special or unique attribute or unique feature of the leaders of the Jews. When any of the public come to them, you know, and they did mistake, so to take a verdict in his favor, he pay money. Once he pay money, the judge will issue verdict in his favor. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, سَمَّعُونَ الْكَذِبِ, they are listener to lies, أكالون السحت, devouring the haram money. Why? Because he listened to the falsehood you said, didn't care about it. Although he knows that you are telling lies, but he must ignore. Why? Because you give money, you give bribe. So this is the first meaning. The second meaning, as the scholar said, it's an indication to all haram money through any means, bribe, usury, taking the money of the orphan, the oppression. So any forbidden acts you do and you earn money because of such a bad deed, it will be suht, forbidden money. And why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala call the suht? Because this act will eradicate your good deeds. Okay? To be honest, the scholars, all of them said to pay money in order to take something, it's not your right, it will be haram, it will be bribe. But in exceptional case, just in one case, you can pay money as a bribe and Allah will never punish you. How come? If you pay money to protect your property, to protect yourself, to protect your honor, it's very common in our country, unfortunately. You can never do anything, though it's your right, without paying money. If you didn't pay money, you will never get any service. Okay? So in this case, the scholar said, you are obliged. It's a case of necessity. You can pay, and Allah will never punish you because you are obliged, and the burden, the blame will be upon the official who cause you or push you to pay such a bribe. Okay? So in this case, you can give money to your wife because you are obliged. It will not be haram. So at the end of the day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give options to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As we said yesterday about the story of the honorable woman, respectful woman, which she did or commit adultery, in their sharia, such women have to be stoning to death. But how come? She is respected one. So they went to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to ask him to give them fatwa that may exempt the women from stoning to death. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the option to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. You have two options, either to judge or to leave them. Why to leave them? Because they didn't come to ask. No. Look at the Jews. They didn't come to ask you about the legal ruling. No. They are coming to take like a different opinion, being a prophet, and they are knowing the truth. But give us something. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us, why didn't you apply stoning to death? We will say, one of your prophet gave us another opinion. But they didn't believe in the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they didn't ever wish to follow him. Just they want to turn away from the legal ruling found in their Torah. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you have two options, either to judge them in accordance with the Quran and the Sunnah, which match their ruling in the Torah, or either to leave them. But if you judge between them, judge with justice. Allahu Akbar. Look at Islam. Even you will issue a verdict regarding the Jews, though they are the Jews, though they are the leaders of the Jews, you have to issue in the justice. Subhanallah. And this is the pillar of Islam. And that's why Islam prevailed every time, especially at the time of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and the first 3 centuries. Why? Because they are people of justice. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be among those people who didn't say anything or didn't do any act except under the idea of justice. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.